Hey everybody, welcome back to CAF's Heroes of Sport. My name is Bob Babbitt, co-founder of Challenge Athletes Foundation. Every week you'll meet some of the world's greatest challenged athletes, and this week is no different. We are going to be chatting with Speedy Walker and his coach, Nathaniel Roche. How are both you guys doing?
I'm doing fine.
Doing wonderful, man. Thanks for having us.
I'm honored. So, Nathaniel, talk a little bit about what type of ball player this kid was at George Washington Carver High School.
For George Washington Carver High School, Speedy Walker was a true leader for us. I remember when he came in as a ninth grader. He was small, he was skinny, but he was one of the toughest kids out of the whole group. And we knew from the moment he came in, he had to lead us on the court, and he grew up to be an amazing leader in the school building as well.
Well, and talking about, was it last year you guys went 26-9?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and went to the state semis or the finals?
Semis, Final Four.
You went to the Final Four. How cool was that, Speedy, to take your team to the Final Four?
It was an amazing experience. We never been there. It was the first time in I don't know how many years, about like 17 years, coach?
Yeah, 17.
Yeah, I just wanted to come in and try to change the program around, just try to get my team to make the playoffs.
Well, and also, didn't you guys play all your games on the road?
Oh yeah.
How hard was that? You're playing in every gym is against you.
It was tough, but playing at different gyms, it just made us better. Like it just it didn't put no pressure on us. It helped us actually.
Speedy, did you always look at yourself as a leader? Because you just come across that way, even as a little guy growing up. What basketball is always a sport? Were you the guys always organizing and telling everybody where to go? You just seem like that type of guy to me.
Yeah, in every sport I played, track, football, basketball, baseball, I was always the leader. Everybody looked up to me. So just like
When did you meet Coach?
I think ninth grade year in 2016, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, great.
And it seems like there's a bond that was there right away.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What did Coach
Yeah,
bring to your game?
we definitely had our moments, but the bond gets stronger every day.
What were some of the moments? Was he trying to do a little too much?
Yeah, most of the time, making us run outside in the heat, but it paid off.
That's what made you guys great. I love that. And talk a little bit about what happened, the car accident. You guys you were going to visit, you were going to a cemetery with
Yeah.
visit your grandmother.
Yeah, my mom and my auntie, they had a fuss about where my grandmother was buried at. And so when they had that fuss, the next day they was like we was gonna go to see. And then when we did that, the crash that happened that early morning on April 25th.
And the crash happens, and you end up, you're the only survivor. Auntie dies, mom dies. How did they tell you that?
I already knew when I woke up from the crash. I knew. Like
You knew.
I tried to push I tried to push my mom and try to see if she would wake up. Like, but I thought it was a dream to be honest. And then a man came and he was like, nah, it ain't a dream.
So, Coach, obviously you're a coach of basketball players, but you're also a coach of life. When something like this happens, it doesn't just happen to Speedy, it happens to your whole team. How did you mobilize everybody so that Speedy had the support that he needed from you and the team?
Um, when we found out what happened, we just knew that we had to come together and be by his side. We didn't have a clear idea what that looked like in the moment, but we know that we had to be there for him. We had to continue to be there for him, just as we was there with him. He was ninth grader, and just want to continue to lift him up as much as we can, and keep him inspired and motivated. And he's been doing such a great job motivating others along the way.
So, Speedy, I also hear that you're a heck of a student. That you want to be an engineer. Is that what you're going to do?
Yeah, I was on the verge of doing engineering in college, being a businessman or something like that.
Yeah.
I didn't play about my grades. Like I had to get that done.
Absolutely.
So, One of the things I was reading about is while you were in the hospital, you were still talking to the other teammates, telling them, you guys, one, you better stay safe and not get this COVID thing. And you better be studying. You were still coach. You were still basically the captain. Did
Yeah,
that
yeah.
surprise you, coach, that this kid, even though he was going through the worst moments of his life, was still worried about his teammates?
Um, at first, it kind of did surprise me a little bit, but it also brought me back to how strong of a leader he is. Not just teammates. We had teachers in the building that would check on Ray, and in certain cases, we would always ask ourselves, what would Speedy do in that moment? And that's just a true testament of how strong of a leader he is, how caring of a person he is, and he's a model and an example that we always like reflect back on.
So Speedy, you had your two aunts, your older sister, your closest friends. It seems like your hospital room was the place to be. People were
Yeah,
there all the time.
yeah, especially my teachers like Mr. Allenback, what's her name, Mr. Wanda, my aunties, my coaches, like everybody would come and see me. Just like,
What are your goals now?
I don't know, just to see how far I could go with this wheelchair basketball stuff.
So wheelchair basketball is going to be the sport.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm imagining you've already watched some video stuff online to see who you got to beat out and who's good, who's not good, what type of moves they got, and what I'm going to show them.
Yeah, I definitely been studying, trying to see, what's different from wheelchair basketball and regular basketball, because it's so different. I gotta,
It really
study.
is. It's night and day, right? So not long ago, you guys threw Smoothie King and CAF a little bit of a surprise. Talk about who surprised you that day.
Oh my God, everybody surprised me. They didn't want to tell me what was going on, and I had my three therapists. I kept asking what's going on, and they didn't want to tell me, but it paid off. The surprise paid off.
And where'd
I
they
just want
take
to
you?
thank. They took me to the Smoothie King Center. We was up in there. I got to see Zion on the big screen. He gave me some motivational words. It was special.
So Zion Williamson goes up on a big screen and basically presents you with a Performax wheelchair basketball chair. And I know the real chair is being made right now. That was
Yeah.
sort of, you got the surprise chair. Uh, and just getting in that, did it feel like, oh, wait a second, this is pretty responsive?
Yeah, it felt real good. It was real light, fast. It felt good.
And coach, obviously you probably have not coached a lot of wheelchair basketball, but I'm guessing that you're looking at this going, huh, it's basketball. I'm a coach.
Absolutely, man. I'm 100% committed and invested if that's something that he wants to do. We're actually in our gym right now. We were getting up some shots, and he's looking pretty good, man. We getting ready.
Has talk a little bit about Speedy. I mean, obviously, when you go through something like this, it's so traumatic. And how have you dealt with this? How have you stayed positive?
I don't even know. It's just like the strength in me. I don't know. It's just in me to stay positive. Definitely coping with stuff is like listening to music, playing a game, just trying to keep my mind off of stuff. It's just crazy.
So you lost about what? How much weight have you lost since this accident?
I was about 140 pounds. I don't know, but I lost about 30 pounds.
You lost 30 pounds through this. So now are you in
30,
the process
35 pounds.
you're in the process of gaining a little weight back? Now, coach, you got him in the gym yet? Have you given him a little bit of a slack here, or you got him back training full time again?
Right now we just having a little fun with it. As I mentioned, we did shoot around a little bit today, but still working with him to let him get the time to get his independence together and get stronger on his own before we go full force.
Now, Speedy, had you graduated high school already?
Yeah, I graduated when I was in hospital.
Oh, that's cool. Now, and then gosh, I read that you went to the funeral, on a stretcher for your mom and your auntie.
Yeah,
How hard was that?
it was really hard. I couldn't, do nothing. I couldn't move. I couldn't really move. It was my injury was fresh, and it was weird.
And it's not just the back, right? Then you hurt your arm as well.
Yeah, my right arm, I broke my wrist and I broke my shoulder, fractured it.
And you shoot right-handed.
Yeah,
You getting better with the left hand? See, that's
yeah,
coaches. This is coach time, right? This is somebody telling you you need to work on your left.
yeah. I was
Yeah.
in the hospital working on my left, brushing my teeth with my left hand, doing everything. I would tell the nurses that I'm left-handed, but they was like, "No, you not. You right-handed."
So, I mean, your timing couldn't be better in terms of this Paralympics is pretty much done. They're going to be in Tokyo, but 2024 is in Paris. You got like 4 years to become part of Team USA and learn a little French and go get yourself a medal,
Oh yeah, you gonna get that.
right?
Yeah,
Is
we're
that
gonna be
what
in
the
the
goal
gym
is?
all day, 24/7.
What are now that you're done with high school? Are you looking at college? You're thinking about college?
Yeah, I might do some online stuff, like, probably at Delgado or somewhere,
Yeah, but meanwhile, focus on wheelchair basketball,
and getting back, stronger.
getting back stronger. Coach? Will you be getting them in the weight room and doing some other stuff as well?
He has some really great PT nurses. I kind of just follow their lead.
That is so awesome. Well, we are so excited to have you part of the CAF family. And on behalf of myself and CAF and Smoothie King and obviously Zion Williamson, getting you this new chair is the coolest thing ever, because we know that you're a leader and we know how many lives you're going to be impacting. And look the lives you've impacted just as a basketball player. Now, as a wheelchair basketball player, you're going to be doing great things. Speedy, thank you so much for taking time. Coach, you are the best. I love the message that you guys are giving together, that, hey, coach and player, that never goes away. That's there forever, right?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
And coach, how have the guys come out to try to play a little ball with Speedy and help him out a little bit?
Yeah, he's actually interested in staying for practice today. He's gonna hang around, and we're just gonna see how that goes.
Oh, so you're going to hang around with the team.
Yeah, I definitely like watching them. Like that's my little ones, man. It's just fun watching them.
you you feel like that they're the little ones and you've been sort of nurturing them.
Yeah,
So there's
teach them a little something.
none of those guys played with you while you were on the team.
Yeah,
So coach, who's going to be wearing number 1 moving forward?
Our number one player in the state of Louisiana has decided to wear that number in the honor of Ray Speedy Walker.
Is that right?
Yes, sir. Solomon
Solomon
Washington.
Washington, one of my favorites. Dorian Finister, Dion. Well, I said Dion. What? Who's his last name?
Where? That's
What
his
is his
last
last
name.
name? Dion. Yeah, Willie.
They're all wearing number 1.
Just Solomon
Just Solomon,
Washington,
but I just
but
want
all of them, they do it for Speedy because he was a
Everybody's reaching out. That is so
Yeah.
cool. I love it. Speedy, you are the best. Coach, thank you for taking time. Thank you for joining us on CAF Heroes of Sport. I can't wait to see where this journey goes. It's going to be a lot of fun to be part of this and see where this ride ends up going.
It's definitely gonna be a challenge, but we're gonna do it.
You are going to do it again. So fun to have Speedy and Coach with us, Coach Nathaniel Roche and Speedy joining us for Heroes of Sport. Thanks so much. My name is Bob Babbitt, and we will catch you next time.
Thank you.